So, where were we? So, let's start with log wars. Good question. Page 3. There you go. So we've actually done these ones before last year, but I thought it would be worth going back over. So Luca, let's grab it out in front of you. Staring off into space is only going to get us so far, unfortunately. As I found out to my dismay during university. Okay, so in previous years we've looked at stuff like 4 cubed equals x or x cubed equals 4. Those are easy to solve. You can't use regular algebra to solve if the exponent is a variable though. So for example, 4 to the power of x equals 64. You can do things like brute force guessing, but that won't always work and it takes a long time. So that's why we use logs. So if we have a to the power of x equals y, then log base a of y equals x. So for these ones, let's write them into log form. Can someone tell me how we would rewrite 4 to the x equals 64? Oscar. Oh. When did that happen? There we go. What would it be, guys?
Log 4, 64.
Equals x. Excellent. Next one. Did that? Okay. This one, x equals log 10 of 10,000. This one, y equals log of what? Base 5, and then 125 inside. 125, that should be. Alright, 2q equals 64. Well, q equals. Technology is not working with me here, guys. Okay, so q equals log 2 64. W equals log 3 27. And V equals log 4 5 12. Okay, does anyone not sure how to do those? Are we supposed to solve these? I feel like we might actually be supposed to solve these. Yeah, let's solve them anyway. For this first one, x would equal 3. X would equal, can you just solve those? Just get practice using your G-calcs, guys. So putting log in, just so that when we do it later, you're familiar with where the log button is. Does anyone remember where the log of base button is? It's in math, yeah. So it'll, depending on whether you have the newer ones or the older ones, or if you've got the updated software or not, which everyone should have the more updated software. It should pop up log and then empty space, empty space. You just put in the base and the subject, and it'll solve it for you. So what's log 10 10,000? 4. What is log 5 125? Log 2 64? I think it's... Oh, I was going to say 4. Right, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 6. Log 3 27 is 3. Log 4 5 12 is 4 5. I think 5. Is it? Yeah. 4.5. There you go. Okay. Oh, that was the next thing I was going to get you to do. So, calculators have log in base 10 and ln, which is base e. Calculating anything in those bases is trivial. We can sort of ignore this. We just did that, so... let's just solve the ln's, guys. What's ln of 1?
0.
0. ln is on your main screen, on your main buttons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. What's ln of 7.38? 1.99. Is that recurring?
Yeah.
360.
Okay. And then ln of 148.41.
4.99.
4.99. So we can assume that was probably 2 and 5 respectively before rounding. Okay. We don't need to know about change of base because that is for the old calculators before they got the software update. Did not have log base button. Actually, I'm just trying to think. Is there ever a reason you would need to know log base transforms? No, I don't think there is. That'd be a really mean exam question if you had to use a change of base somehow. Yeah, but if it was tech free... yeah, no, I don't think we need to know anything about that. So yeah, those ones are just more calculators. Okay, so log rules. We have 5 of them. Technically 6, because that last one is 2. These should be familiar from last year. The first one, if we have log something of a product, we can split that product apart and just add the factors of the product together. And that works in the other way as well. If I have log 10 of something plus log 10 of something else, it's the same as log 10 of the product of those two things. The opposite for divide, to the power, just goes in front. Inverse, so to the power of -1 just is a minus. And then anything subject 1 is equal to 0. And anything that is itself is 1. Okay, we want to simplify the following. What base are all of those in? 10. So, let's go to simplifying. So I'm looking at that first one first. 2 log 3. What can I do with that 2? Sorry? Yeah, make it a power. So that becomes log story of my day. There we go. Log 3 squared plus, sorry? Yeah, that is a little bit confusing with that. It does go inside. Log 16 minus, whoops. This one has a 2 in front of it as well, so we'd turn that into log bracket. I'm going to double bracket here. 6 over 5 squared, close bracket. Oh, I just realized I've made this harder than I needed to. Oh well. What I just realized, guys, is... No, actually, no, I didn't. We've done it right. So let's simplify that. So we have log 9 plus log 16 minus log... How do I square a fraction? This one always gets you guys. How do I square a fraction? Yeah, so in other words, you square the top, you square the bottom. So that would be 36 on 25. Okay, so let's put some stuff together. So we get log, I'm going to use that law 1 to combine log 9 and log 16 into log 9 times 16. Normally I'd solve that there, but I'm going to let some cancelling happen later. And I think it'll be easier if I let it ride like that. Okay, and then we've got minus log 36 on 25. So to combine those two now, I'm going to get log. It'll just be the subject of the first log divided by the subject of the second log. So it'll be 9 times 16 divided by 36 on 25. What happens when I divide by a fraction? What do you do if you divide by a fraction? How do you divide by a fraction? Flip it and times it. So we get log 9 times 16 times 25 over 36, which we can go log, who knows? Now remember, if we times something by a log, we times it to the top. Let's times something on a fraction rather, we times it to the top. So we have log of 9 times 16 times 25 over 36. Now, the reason I chose not to figure out what 9 times 16 is earlier is because it'll make it easy to see common factors. So looking straight away, I know that there's a common factor of 9 with 36. If you took a factor of 9 out of 36, what's left over? 4. So I cross that one out, and I get left with 4. And then 4 has a common factor with 16. So I can cancel out that 4, cancel with that 16, I get left with 4. 4 times 25, log 100. Now a log is just what number do we raise our base to get our subject? What do we have to raise 10 to get it to 100? 2. Log 10 of 100 is 2. Who would have guessed? All that working out to get to 2. Who has their textbook there? I just want to check. I may not have updated the questions. What page did it say? Which I can almost guarantee I haven't updated these questions. Oh, maybe. No. Okay guys, I'm going to get you to go to page 208. And do, I don't know, let's say question 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Who did I grab? Nikhil. Oh, wow. Yeah, I realised that as soon as I said it, but then I decided not to draw attention to that fact.